All right, we are here. I'm wearing this color. Also promoting health is wealth because it is. Health is wealth. Got the got some green. You know what I'm saying? This is Dominican flag. That's Dominican flag. But today, ignore that. It's just green. Okay? It's a green flag. Got the green. Got a green. You know what I'm saying? This is for YSL. Prayers to Lil Keed and his family. I just read that his daughter, or I think it was his daughter, one of his children, or his only child, doesn't even know yet that he's passed. The point of this episode of what I'm talking about, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. I'm trying to do this YouTube stuff, take it more serious. The point of this episode and what I wanted to talk about is what's going on with YSL. That's Young Thug, Gunna, Yak Gotti, Lil Duke, Slime Life Shawty. I don't know how to say his name. Unfunk, some shit, whatever his name is. And these guys, and what I believe is spiritually going on. Not saying that it may be true or may not be true, but just what I believe is spiritually going on. And sure they're kind of tight. It ain't that tight in real life. It didn't look like that. It looked like ready to save the day and shit. I gotta get back in the gym. But basically, uh, so here's where I'll start. Right. So the first thing that I saw was I seen Young Thug's baby mother was murdered at the. I think she was murdered on Metropolitan at the skating rink over there, at Metropolitan at the fun center. Right. So she was killed there. Right. Then you see Young Thug is about to release an album of some sort, covered in blood. He has his eye closed. He's covered in blood in the album cover, right? Then the next thing that I see is I see them all get booked upon this serious case, and then only two are left, and Lil Keed dies a couple days after this from some type of stomach failure, liver failure, kidney failure, something like that, right? And I was like thinking, like, okay, these are all these guys are tied together. I know that they participate in IFA. So IFA is like some spiritual shit. I ain't gonna speak too much on it because I'm not involved, and I haven't done that much research on it. But to my knowledge, when it comes down to the IFA thing, they really rely on going through these babas, baba louis or whatever like that they call them, which is like basically the spiritual leader, and they do different rituals to uh, basically get in contact with the ancestors or spirits that can help guide them. Now, a lot of the time, especially here in the South in Atlanta, you'll see a huge crowd of street type people involved with this Ifa thing, which is why I never really got involved with it. Because if I'm gonna do anything spiritual, I want to be around people who I feel like they're already kind of where I want to be spiritually. And a lot of them use this Ifa thing, and I've been told this by people who are involved with it, to sometimes get away with crime, to get people knocked off, all of that. And it's to the point where what they can do with it is they can make a phone call to the high priest or whatever you want to call it, the Baba, and say, hey, look, we finna go hit this lick. We finna go rob this store. We finna go ride on this nigga. We finna go do this, and he'll do some type of little something with a whole bunch of different objects, and he'll let them know like, nah, not tonight. Don't do it tonight, or it's a go. So it's very sticky. Some would consider it like a form of voodoo almost, or like playing with roots, things like that. I just show you the flag. My family is a West Indies family. Dad's side Jamaican. My mom is born and raised in Dominica. So I'm a little familiar with these things. Growing up in the South, I have friends that are Geechees, Haitians. I'm very familiar with some of these more dark magics and these different things, right? And how they can sometimes backfire, especially when you're going through people who are not pure and don't know what they're doing and don't know the dangers or don't really care about exposing you to the dangers of these things. And you see them in Atlanta, you'll know them because they'll wear like a lot of beads. They'll wear a lot of beads. And I'm not disrespecting them at all. I'm just speaking really from an objective perspective of it. I know that a lot of them I know that a lot of them are involved with these things. Huh? I know that a lot of them are involved with these things. You know what I'm saying? I hate people just say stupid shit. Clearly, that's not the person I was talking about. All right, so there a lot of them are involved with these things. We all know the rumors and conspiracies of devil worship and or selling your soul and sacrificing and all these different deals you can make with the devil to get more fortune or fame or just anything taken care of. But I feel like what's the problem is, and we've seen this, and I've been thinking about this for some years now. After looking at Juice World and XXXTentacion and a lot of these guys who seem to kind of play with this stuff a lot, and they might be serious with it. And I know you guys seen that video. Remember when Juice World was walking down into some weird shit? And they was like, he finna go sell his soul, or I feel like a lot of these guys, they're making very terrible deals with spirits. That's just what I believe. I believe they're making very terrible. When I say terrible, I don't mean terrible as in evil. Like they're like promoting death and these things. I say terrible like a bad deal. Like literally, like if you were to sign a bad record deal, you know, if I could sell you a 3.5 for $70, you know what I'm saying? Like when I say a bad, I mean terrible deal. I mean like literally like you're not really talking to the right energies, but there is no right energy. But you know what I'm trying to say. They're not talking to the right energies. You're not asking for the right things. You're not being clear. You're not being very precise on what you want. And I think a lot of the reason why a lot of these guys it's going so left in the rap industry is because of that. And I think that I'm not going to say too many names, but I think that there are people that we saw kind of doing this first, and they set the tone. And the kids at home watched it and said, "Damn, so that's what we got to do to be famous? Well, fuck it." But they don't know what they're doing. See, those guys that did it first, and you all know who they are, you know, those guys that did it first, they know what they were doing. That's why they haven't had anything bad happen to them yet. But like my phone says, and I'm not no perfect Christian, but I'm just saying like my phone background is just to show you I'm not lying, right? Don't worry about the wicked or envy those who do wrong, for like grass they soon fade away. Like spring flowers, they soon wither. Trust in the Lord and do good, then you will live safely in the land and prosper. That's Psalm 37, right? That's Psalm 37 in the Bible. So you don't worry about it. Don't get all caught up in being jealous or envious of these people. You don't know what they've done to get what they have in life. And a lot of time, I told somebody this one time. Not this. This is kind of on topic, but not off topic. I told somebody one time. I said, you know, you might see a guy in a Benz and be like, damn, how that young nigga got a Benz and I ain't got no Benz. This, that, blah, blah, blah. You get jealous. I want to be like him. I wish I could have a Benz like him. What you don't know is that's not even his car. So next thing you know, like 4 or 5 years later, like you driving around in a girl car. You riding around in a girl car. And what you don't even realize is that when you said a couple years ago, I want to be like him because you seen a young nigga that was wearing some decent clothes in a Benz, you didn't even realize that that wasn't his car. And the universe literally did for you what you asked of it. Right? You said, I want to be like him. Well, here's what he is. A nigga driving around in somebody else's car. So you got to be careful. I tell people, just live your life. Don't worry about what other people are doing because you don't even know what they did to get where they at. A lot of girls, they put a lot of pressure on themselves because they see these boss bitches, these bad bitches. They don't realize that shorty, you know, is literally crying herself to sleep every night. She throws up once or twice a week, sucking these nasty old dicks. And for real, they don't tell y'all. When they going overseas and shit like that to Dubai, these men are pissing on them, pooping on them. They bring them over there not to fuck them, to torture them. See, they get a kick out of seeing like how low will these hoes go for like what they consider chump change. You like 10,000, 15,000, 20. Oh my God, to them that, huh? Wait, you would let me pee on you for 15,000? Oh, they gather everybody around. Come look at this bitch. They don't tell you that part. They just show you the flight. That's why there's always these gaps in these girls Instagram. You ever notice that? And then and here's how you know the difference. When they do things for themselves or when it's legit, there's no gap. It's like their whole story just like, damn, bitch, you're showing us everything you're doing. But then when they go to these certain trips overseas and in certain places, there's these gaps. There's these like, wait, what was she doing during these hours? And if you let them tell it, they're gonna tell you, I don't have to show y'all everything. I don't put everything. You did it when you was in Texas. You did it when you went to New York with your homegirls. So why is this trip different? Why is this trip different? Huh? So I really believe that they're playing with a lot of spiritual stuff. They say what? We battle not with flesh, but what? Spirits in high places and stuff like that. XXXTentacion had a song. He spoke to the devil in Miami. He was known for being all kind of stuff. XXX is another way of saying 666. His name Tentacion, temptation. The devil's temptation is what drew him to trying to become what he became. He had the horns. He did a lot of demonic stuff. Got killed. Broad daylight. Hole in his neck. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect. I love XXXTentacion. It really broke my heart when he died. Just like this YSL thing is breaking my heart. Wasn't really a big Juice WRLD fan, but we seen he played with it. You think these guys are just trying to get views and likes? Nah, these guys are really doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I know this for a fact because I had almost got caught up in that shit. I'm going to be all the way open and 100 with you. And it was for a few people in my life, including my sister, to get me to wake up and realize, like, but you know what you just did, all that stuff you drawing, all this, you bringing all this energy into your life and into the house, and you got to get on. You got to get on with all that stuff. Because those guys, the ones I'm not going to speak on, those guys, when they were promoting it, you notice how they promoted it and then they stopped? They don't really promote it no more. Y'all, for y'all who know who I'm talking about, you know the 3-4 main characters who really had the whole world thinking, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not going to say much, but I will say no one man has all that power. I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to say no one man should have all that power. Remember when, and things change and it just like, yeah, but that's how things are done. Put it out there enough for everybody that's low and below to grab it, and then y'all just chill, and then y'all move on to the side, so nobody's gonna think too much of it. Around that time, you had rap groups coming out called Freemasons. You had a rapper in Chicago that called himself God. It was becoming a trending thing. But let me tell you something. It wasn't just to get views and likes. These people really believe that this is what I have to do. This is what they taught the new generation. That's why all these guys now. You got Lil Uzi Vert, Lucifer, like on stage with burning crosses. You got Playboy Cardi playing with it. You got all these guys playing with it. Why do you think that is? And I like a lot of these guys. I like Lil Uzi. I'm not really a Playboy Cardi fan. I like A$AP Rocky. They got a picture of A$AP Rocky standing in the middle of a pentagram. I don't care why you drew the pentagram on the ground, bro. A pentagram is a pentagram, bro. Like, y'all think, oh, well, this is just for a music video. No, bro. You just drew a pentagram on the ground, bro. You hold the satanic Bible. They do this stuff right in your face. And then when we see these different things manifest, we see the Illuminati princess now with Rihanna. That's what she called herself, right? With A$AP. That's what she called herself, right? And things like in that video. See, I remember all these things because I used to get caught up in it too. And I have so many stories I could tell you that y'all wouldn't even believe. I've got a phone call. There. It's real. It's definitely real. And living in Atlanta and being involved with some of the crowds I've been involved with, especially the music scene, and I'm not gonna say any names or nothing like that. Trust me when I say that, especially the younger guy. Let me tell you. I will say this. I ain't gonna say nothing about who I know and who I don't, but I will say this, bro. Y'all remember the OG Macko, I Love McConan, Father, Key, Rory. You remember that group? They were supposed to pop out. They were supposed to be the new face of Atlanta at one point. There's even a music video where they're all sitting at the same table. Where are they at? What happened to them? These are talented guys. These were very, very talented guys. I'm telling you, this new generation, they don't know what they're doing. And they're making very bad deals with the devil. A lot of these guys. I saw Key not too long ago. He looks okay. I don't know what he might have gone on in his personal life, but he's looking like he's in good health and everything like that. I saw him at Blue House on Edgewood. There's a lot of people, and it's like, what happened? It makes you really wonder, like, what? Everybody was on their way to being, what Kodak Black said, we all could have been superstars. What happened? So there's definitely something spiritual going on with Young Thug and the YSL label. Um, there's not no coincidence. All these things, that's just not how. That's not how things happen. Anytime in your life where things just start to collapse, it's spiritual warfare. I don't care what nobody tell you. They tell you, well, you did this. No, it's spiritual warfare. It might have been from something that you have done, but it's spiritual warfare. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Trust me when I tell you that. That's why I've learned to, like, sometimes when I start to see things going wrong, I'll clean up. I'll throw things away. I know y'all looking like, well, look at the background. This is a garage. All right. I clean up. I throw things away. I try to think about all the stuff I've done wrong. Try to make phone calls, whatever I got to do. You know what I'm saying? To get away from that hold, because once it gets a hold on you, especially if you're not fully covered in the blood of Christ, bro, you screwed. You know what I'm saying? You really, I'm telling you, y'all don't have to believe me all you want. You know, I have my mom anoint me with oil. Like, this is serious stuff. This is all my life growing up, even when I was a kid. Growing up, my mom had oil on all our doors. On all the doors, there was you'll see it. It'll be there for years. There's oil on every door. This is serious. This is serious business. I've seen things with my own two eyes. With my own two eyes. I don't need nobody to come and tell me nothing from the YouTube video or nothing. I'm telling you that this is serious stuff and it's real. It's very real. It's very, very real. And it's a bigger world than I think people think it is. It's just nobody's obviously gonna tell you these things, but trust me, there's no coincidence. Now, Gunna, I'm gonna tell you why I really feel bad for Gunna. I feel like Gunna has got just wrapped up in this whole situation based off of just simply just being around these people. It was just news that just broke today. Today is May 23rd. That Gunna was just denied bond, and his trial date is set for January, I think, 9th, 2023. So unless they can have another bond hearing where they can convince the judge, look, at the end of the day, this guy's no flight risk. He doesn't have a serious criminal record. He's not even being charged with any actual crime. He's just being charged with being a part of this shit. Which I found that odd. I really did, because, and I'm not wishing jail on nobody. I'm really not. But how did Gunna get wrapped up in this indictment, but Lil Gotit didn't? And then Lil Keed, the only person that's still standing is really Lil Gotit, and I believe, I forgot how to say her name, but Young Thug's girlfriend, I think she is Jerike or Jerike or something like that. I'm telling you, it's some. I don't know who to put it on either. I don't know to put it on Thug, Gotit, who, I don't know who. And I'm just being all the way open and honest. I was a real Lil Keed fan. When I was down the road, when I had fell in love with Lil Keed's music, I didn't like it at first, cause them little niggas was annoying me singing that shit. Yeah, I was like, shit, who the fuck is this nigga y'all keep singing? They be like, it's Lil Keed, he YSL. I'm like, he ain't no goddamn YSL. I'll be hating. I was an old nigga in the dorm. I was in it, all the young niggas. I'm like, he ain't no goddamn YSL. And no, he YSL. I'm like, nigga, you from Macon? You from Augusta? Shut up. Y'all don't know what you're talking. Y'all don't know about no YSL anyway. I'm like, whatever. Then after, when we get on the bus going, I start liking that song Nameless. When I came home, I went. They had a party for me. They had a party for me at this place, and I told the DJ, I said, "Hey, can you play that Lil Keed mixtape, Long Live Mexico?" He wouldn't do it. I asked him again. I said, look, I'm gonna ask you one more time. I'm gonna knock you out. I was that. Not on no groupie shit, but I was like that serious about it. I was like, I will punch you in your face if you don't. Cause now I just started to feel disrespected, bro. Like I'm like the center of, like, nobody else in here is getting this much attention. And I'm telling you, I want to just hear one song. I wanted to hear at something. Just play Nameless, play $1 Million Mansion, play Ride the Wave, something. When I got picked up, my homeboy Crisco picked me up. And he was like, and I was telling him about Lil Keed. And I tell him, I'm like, bro, I'm going to work with this nigga, bro. Watch, I'm going to work with this nigga. I'm going to do something with this nigga Lil Keed. I like him. He's like, oh, you haven't even heard the mixtape yet. Because I was in a prison, but I was at a boot camp. And at the boot camp, we didn't have access to nothing. So I didn't get to hear anything like the real prisoners who were doing life and shit like they got to hear. So I was like, put it on. And the whole ride from down South Georgia to back up to Atlanta, this all we listened to was Lil Keed. And I was like, this is the best fucking mixtape I've ever heard in a long time, right? Eventually, I got Lil Keed to listen. I did a freestyle to Snake. Snake. And he posted on his page. YSL liked it. He liked it. I think Young Thug had looked at it. Like a lot of people had liked it. It's the most views I ever got on one of my raps. So I was hurt when I heard that Lil Keed died because he's the only rapper that I felt like ever like actually took the time to listen to me do something. And I was kind of hurt. I was really hurt when he died. And I can honestly say that like it struck me as odd the way I'm gonna keep it real, in all due respect to Lil Got It. I'm just being real with you. I mean, I know people grieve differently and I get that, but it was just kind of odd that I felt like I was more sad than Lil Got It was. Like Lil Got It was just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, he's dead. I'm going to just go turn up for him now. I'm going to go turn up for him now. And it's just like, okay. And I watched his live. And then I seen him posting a picture with 2 big bags of weed. And he just dropped a music video. And I don't know. I'm not judging Lil Gotti. Like I said, it's not really my place to judge Lil Gotti. And I don't know everything. And I don't know these guys. But at the same time, like just as an outside looking in, and I noticed a lot of people commenting the same thing. It's just kind of odd, And Gunna is not, to me. I've never looked at Gunna like a street nigga. I look at Gunna like a hood nigga. You know the difference? Street niggas are involved with shit. Hood niggas just a nigga from the hood. He's just a nigga from the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always looked at him like a hood nigga, not really a street nigga. Gunna does a lot of great things too. I used to stay down there where he's from. I seen Gunna go into Walmart and buy everybody Christmas gifts. Gunna put a store inside of his old school where the kids can go in there and get groceries for free. Gunna and Young Thug went and bailed a bunch of people out of Rice Street. Gunna's not a bad guy. I don't like to tell you what celebrities are. If I don't know them or never met them, and I've never met Gunna. If I have, I didn't know it because he probably wasn't famous at the time. But what I can tell you is that just from what I've seen and what I've heard, Gunna doesn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve this, and that's why I feel like there's some type of spiritual thing that's just the whole crew got to get wrapped up in some shit. I'm not gonna lie, I got my spiritual eye on Lil Gotti because he's the only one besides losing a brother. He hasn't really faced anything yet. Everybody else, look, Thug is in jail. They say he's in inhumane conditions. Gunna just got told he's basically about to sit in jail for a year. And then probably longer than that, the trial, whatever, boom, boom, right? He's not a flight risk. I don't know, but Gunna doesn't seem to have a huge criminal record. I've never heard anything about him having a huge criminal record or anything. Why would he not be able to get granted bond? They say because they feared him tampering with witnesses. It's a Rico case. You guys already got these guys. Let's keep it real. It's airtight. You already got what you want. He ain't finna go out there and tamper with nobody, and you know that. What history does Gunna have? I ain't say Thug. What history does Gunna have that would make you think that he would go out there and intimidate a witness? This is a man who turned himself in, by the way. He turned himself in. You didn't have to go find him. You didn't have to go. He turned himself in. And I know how it feels because I've been denied bond before. And I'm just sitting there looking at them like, for what? What am I going to go out there and do? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I got caught up in that situation that put me where I was at. I was out on bond already. I came to court late, high as a kite. They didn't know that, but they was like, well, since you're late, you have to drug test you. They drug tested me, I failed, and boom, you revoked your bond. I'm like, shit. My dumb ass, I was smoking so much weed back then. Nigga, I pulled up in the court smoking weed. I was in the courtroom parking lot. Oh, I'm finna go up in there right quick and handle this shit. Fresh as a motherfucker too. Off-white this. A Mary Jean. Fur coat. Ask the niggas who came out with it. I was like, yo. When we was in that bitch, they was like, nigga, you ain't got all that shit. I said, wait till we get out. You getting out the same day I get out. Watch what I put, Mr. Put that shit on. I was Mr. Put that shit on. All right, but no, all jokes aside, right? Like I really, really think that something spiritual is going on with these young brothers, and I really hope that it's not them that did it. And then they got beef. Allegedly tried to get this man Lucci knocked off, even in the jail. A county jail, like shit. Fulton County Jail. If you've been to Fulton County Jail before, like, yeah, it's that type of place, but damn. So it's just like, they try to get him knocked, or allegedly try to get him knocked off in the jail, right? And my whole thing is this: but everybody in Atlanta knows somebody who do EFA, that do spiritual shit now, like, and then y'all notice this new wave of black. Look, I'm over here whispering like y'all notice. Have y'all noticed this new wave of? And I'm not coming at black women. I'm just telling the truth of black women. And the reason I'm bringing up black women in this situation is because it's probably who these guys are around. It's where they're from. They're from the Southwest Atlanta. They're from these places that mostly are all black. Have y'all noticed this huge new wave of black women participating openly in witchcraft and telling you that they're witches, calling themselves brujas and witches and all this other stuff and tarot card? That's all that. All that is witchcraft, right? I'm not knocking it. I'm not telling you to do what you do. I'm just telling you that that's what it technically is. It's technically witchcraft. You see Kevin Samuels just die out of nowhere. Just who was the main people that hated him? I'm still fully convinced they put a hex on him. I'm fully convinced that they're out here doing these things to people. People are just randomly having health issues out of nowhere. Yeah, I believe my dad is under a curse by his wife. Saying my dad one time was trying to come at me violently a couple years ago, about maybe 2015 or something, right? He's coming at me really violently, and it was like his face was violent, his body movement was violent, but his eyes were like, please, this is not me. Then I watched the movie Get Out. And you guys have to be careful. One thing about women, I love women, I really do. But women, you understand, women aren't bred the way men are bred. Let me talk about this really quick before I say about what I was going to say about Get Out. Men are bred to fight, talk shit, shoot, right? And that's not just black men, that's all men. I mean, those are your options when it comes to you don't like somebody. Women aren't really all the way taught that. So you have to understand that they have to find other ways to get their oomph out. You know what I'm saying? And if you think for a second that a lot of these women are not practicing in different type of spiritual stuff, you have life fucked up. Okay? You remember in the movie Get Out, it's like you could see in their eyes the truth. Because that's where they were. Remember? The real them was like what they say, you're going to be a passenger. Remember the white man told him you're gonna be like a passenger. You'll still have bits and pieces of you here and there, but basically I'll be in control. So it's like that's how my dad looks when you talk to my dad. Even just having a regular conversation with him, it's almost like he's not in control. When I seen the movie Get Out, I almost cried because I remember thinking like, that's my dad. He's in a sunken place. That Asian woman that he left my mom for, she put something on him. You know what I'm saying? And you could smell it. My mom used to always tell me that. My mom was very encouraging of us having a relationship with our father. But she would always talk about these smells. And I've now learned that there is a demonic smell. And I now can recognize it. And I know when to go into my house and just don't go in there. I need you guys to get more involved with spirituality as well as religion. And understand these things and learn. And sometimes you might have to go into some dangerous places to really figure these things out. And I didn't notice until I stopped going to my dad's house. About 16, 17 years old, I stopped going to my dad's house. My dad, he lived on the east side of Atlanta. We were living up in Cobb, but he lived on the east side. I'll go to his house every weekend or every other weekend. And then I remember I used to be mad at my mom. Because I'm like, Mom, you need to stop saying that about us. I would tell her this to her face, like in the car. But she would be dramatic. She held her head out the window, rolled the window down. She's like, no, there's something you guys don't, it's not just a regular smell. We never noticed it. Never. I would go home and and still wouldn't notice it, right? And I would be mad at my mom. Like, we wash our clothes. We don't stink. Stop telling us we stink. I took a shower before. It got to the point where when I knew my mom was pulling up at 6 o'clock, I would go take a shower. I put on new clothes. Like, she can't say nothing now. She would still say it. Every Sunday she'd come pick us up. She would say that. When I stopped going over there, and then I started going with my mother to pick up my sister from our dad's house, when she would get in the car, it was a smell that is literally, I can't, it's not shit, it's not piss, it's just a strong presence. It's a very strong presence. And it grabs you by like your throat. You know? And you wouldn't smell it no more when you got into the house. You take all your clothes off, burn them, put them in the washing machine, and burn them again. Started to learn. My mom wasn't lying. And my dad's house isn't dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. Some of y'all probably think, oh, your dad's house is dirty. No, it wasn't. It wasn't dirty at all. Where's the smell coming from? Then when I would go over there, sleep over there having sleep paralysis. Seeing things and hearing things, and such and such coming to me. Did you just call my name? No. Who? Ain't nothing but me and you here. What you mean somebody just called your name? Stuff is real. This stuff is real, and it's definitely floating through Atlanta heavy. A lot of people, you know, Atlanta's a hub city. Everybody's moving here now. They bringing all their bullshit with them too. All these different little things and all these spiritual groups, and these niggas, they're gonna put the metal around little homie's leg. They put the little metal thing around little homie's leg and said, don't break it or you'll die. When it breaks, this gonna happen for you. It broke on its own. And it really happened. I'm not gonna speak too much, but you guys just do what you need to do. Like, there's something going on, bro. Once again, let's look at it again. Young Thug, and maybe we can go back further than this. He had an interview where he even said trouble gonna follow him for the rest of his life. He said it in an interview with Breakfast Club. Go look at his Breakfast Club. He said, I've done enough where trouble gonna follow me for the rest of my life. He said, it's a bed I've made. I gotta lay in it. Baby mama murdered. You never know, and that's the thing about spirituality. It's so messed up, man, that it can transfer through so many people. Maybe it's the little boy, and maybe because somebody put a hex on the little boy, or the woman, the mom, the one that got killed, right? A part of that is the dad, and if the dad's whole life is YSL, and the label. Everybody just get dragged along with it. Plus all their karma. These guys are street guys. They probably shot people. They've probably done things before. Add it all up. Big mixture of gumbo. And it's fuckery. Right? So you got to think about it this way. Like, he go, baby mama get killed. The kid now don't got the mama or the daddy. Because if Gunna can't get bond, Thug ain't getting no bond. They got him in there attempting murder and drugs and some more stuff. If Gunna that only has one charge, which is just being a part of the crew, if he can't get bond, Thug is not getting bond, bro. They're about to make an example out of these guys. See, we look at these guys as legends, as the GOATs. They look at them as cockroach, as terrorists, as trouble. A great example. If they can get Thug right now, hit him with 10, 15 years or 5 years, 20 years, some shit like that, what chance do you have? Little nigga playing around in the streets. You ain't got Thug money. You ain't got Thug fame. I think they're trying to break them boys, make them boys snitch on each other too. Even though they don't need to snitch, because I'm telling you, see, if you go out there and you shoot somebody right now, it'll take months, sometimes up to a year or more for you to get indicted. When you got a Rico case, nigga, you indicted as soon as they put you in handcuffs. You already indicted. They hand you the indictment papers when they take you to the jail, or sometimes right there, put in your little pocket, nigga. Yeah, you already indicted. It's just about how much time you gonna get, how much time you're not gonna get. That's it. You're lucky. In some cases it works. In most cases it don't. They hit you with a Rico, state or federal, doesn't matter. They pretty much got you, and it's worse than when you get a regular charge. You carry a regular charge simply because of the fact that it's like here basically what they're saying. Here's the difference. Me, I go rob a store, right? Cool, right? Armed robbery. You part of an organization. They looking at like what you did and what you probably did. It's deeper than that. It's like at that point, even Gunna to them is a dangerous person because he has an actual army behind him. See, they get all these guys that have these armies behind them. The brother Rollo had an army behind him. He had his own apartment complex. A lot of y'all that's not from Atlanta don't know that. Rollo owned his apartment complex. Did you know that? We knew that, but a lot of people didn't know. Yeah, why you think that man been in jail for about 5 years, 5 years now? Rollo owned his own apartment complex. He was a Muslim. He actually took it serious. He prayed openly. You're troublesome. To their system, you are trouble. You went and bailed people out of jail? We didn't put them in jail for you niggas to come bail them out. You putting stuff inside of a school where kids can tell their mama, no, mama, that's straight. I'm going to go get some milk from the little store Gunna put in the school. And that's what that does. It's not about Gunna. It's about the example that it sets. Because next thing you know, Meek Mill's putting them in schools. Jay-Z's putting them in PS 118s in Brooklyn and shit like that. And Kendrick going to Compton doing the same thing. And no longer are we blowing our money on strippers and dumb shit. We now putting stores in schools so kids can eat for free. Oh, we no longer finna take 50 racks and go blow it on a watch. We finna go, fuck Icebox. Take me to the DeKalb County Jail. Give me all the non-violent offenders that have a bond. Hell, give me a couple of violent ones too. Matter of fact, while you at it. Nigga, you breaking up the shit they didn't build to destroy us. Kevin Samuels, you want to teach black people to get married? You want the women in shape? You got to go. You gotta go. And you have to understand the devil uses people. God uses people. So to you guys who aren't spiritual to y'all like, man, Kevin Samuels drinking Red Bull and he was trying to fuck that girl. Man, Young Thug tried to kill Lucci and these guys were involved with all type of crime. 50 murders, as they say. At some point, you guys start to ask the right questions. There's something going on here that is beyond what they are putting in your face. Stay right there. Don't move. Hold on. Why y'all up in my business? Oh, look, it just popped up on my phone. I'm gonna read to you guys what it said on ATL Scoop. A judge has denied bond for Sergio Kitchens, aka Gunna, during Monday's court hearing for the Young Slime Life YSL indictment. Gunna's defense attorney, Steve Sado, proposed a list of conditions for the rapper's bond, including a $750,000 secured bond. So look, they don't even want the money. House arrest with electronic monitoring, forfeiture of 3 properties, and that Gunna's parents would also put up their homes. Damn, man, it just broke my heart to hear, man. I really feel bad for Gunna. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really feel bad for Gunna. Like I really, out of everybody in this case, for some reason, like my heart really goes out to Gunna the most. I think because it's like him and like three other people. I read the indictments. They're really just being charged for being friends with these people. They're not. They don't. There's no crime they can actually attach these guys to. They're literally, and that's why I'm wondering, like, how did Lil Gotit escape that? If everybody's being charged just for even being friends, how did Lil Gotit escape it? You gotta ask, like, come on, man, you gotta start asking more questions. I know you like these guys, but you do have to ask questions that make it. Is it not a sensible question? Is it not? They have not admitted. They have not been able to tie a gun to any specific crime. They've literally just charged this man for being a part of the crew, right? That's like racketeering or whatever. Why have they not? How did Lil Gotit escape that then? Once again, I don't wish jail on nobody, especially somebody who's never done nothing to me. But at the same time, you just have to ask yourself that. It's a good thing, it's a good thing that Lil Gotit isn't in jail. Maybe he could do something to help get these guys out. You know, like finally do something with this rap because he's been playing with that rap shit for a long time, and he's not a bad rapper. He says, according to Channel 2's Michael Sidon, prosecutor Don Geary argued that Gunna should be denied bond because he's one of the main people of YSL. He's one of just their biggest rappers. And you know that if he gets out, he can raise up way more enough money and awareness in this case. That's why you don't want him out. But you don't know that Gotit got support now. Geary accused Gunna of being in a command position, directing hits on rival gang members. Gunna's attorney fired, like, where did they get this shit from? Gunna's attorney fired back, calling those allegations false. He also said Gunna has no intentions of directing hits and even offered to consenting a wiretap on. I mean, he literally giving it. He's like, hey, look, you can have my phone. You can have my house. You can have 750 racks. You can put a bracelet on my ankle. And they're like, nope, 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 nope. We got you, nigger. And guess who doing it? Black men, black women. Gunna's attorney fired back by calling the judge denied bond and sided with prosecution expressing concern over the safety of witnesses. Gunna now has a trial date set for January 9th, 2023. So once again, unless they can go back and have another bond hearing, which they're probably not going to get for another couple weeks or maybe a couple months, Gunna is set to sit in jail till next year for nothing. I'll show you something right quick, right? And I've always found this one to be kind of weird. And we've seen this, a lot of different rappers do this, right? And I spoke on this a little bit earlier. There is always symbolism in things. Even when you just pull it up, it's right there. I need to see too, so you guys can see. You see it? It's a young thug, thugger, sex, right? But then you look at this, and this is the last picture that he posted too. What is this about? Some of y'all can say, oh, he's a blood, he's done this before, blah, 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 blah. See it? What's that about? See it? Okay? These past few weeks gave me so much to talk about. Y'all ready? All this blood on the boy down. You know? Somebody even commented sacrifice season. You know, you got to really think about it, like, in a sense of, and then if you look at the picture too, his eyes are closed, and it's the only part of him that don't really have any blood on him. This came out, this picture was posted several weeks after his baby mother was murdered. Baby mother murdered, Lil Keed dead. Everybody locked up, looking at serious time, looking at least 5 years in prison, at least, right? This nigga Lucci, what is he doing? And see, this is what I was talking about when we go back to my video, Mother I Sober, where I talked about what Kendrick Lamar was talking about in that song and how our culture is literally rooted in just crap. These are the type of things we're going to consistently see. These are the different type of cycles that we're going to consistently see over time. We're going to consistently see these type of cycles. You understand? We're going to consistently see these type of things happening. We're going to consistently see these things. It's a cycle over and over and over and over again. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse until we break the chains. This is what I be talking about. We have to break the chains. We have to shatter our own identities that have literally caged and confined us. Because with all due respect, why would two rich people want to kill each other? For what? And if you're from Atlanta, you know what happened. What you know what's going on. You know what behind. You know these things. You've heard things. You've seen things. You know people that were involved. Some of you probably was there. Whatever the case may be, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's still. And I'm gonna tell you guys something that I've learned in my own personal life, and I've observed. And I'm gonna tell you two people I can tell you for a fact. And Whack 100, I pray for you, brother. I really do. I'm gonna tell you, Whack. I want somebody to get this to Whack. Listen to this, Whack. Seriously, because I like Whack 100. In life, when you finally rise up and you start to move up, you have to let go of the things behind you. You have to. It's when you backslide is when you go through the worst shit you can go through. It's when you backslide. You cannot backslide. You will get slapped up and yoked up more than you ever did back in the days when you was running around crazy and didn't know any better and didn't have anything to look forward to. God had given you a house. He's given you the opportunity to bless people. That's the biggest blessing that you could ever have in this world, is the opportunity and resources necessary to bless others. He's let you make people who would have never got it no other way into multi-millionaires to take care of their families. You've taken care of your family. You have Young Thug has like 16 kids. Like, you've done things. You've done great things. But you want to still sell drugs. You still want to get niggas knocked off. You want to get tour buses shot up. For what? I'm going to tell you two people. Great example. Some of y'all going to be mad at me, but I have to tell you the truth because I love my people and I want to see us break these chains. I want to see everybody break it. Whatever chains you got. White people too. Spanish people are my brothers. We come from the same lineage. Y'all just don't know that. Indians, Spanish people, black people, we come from the same lineage. Yo, Leah and Rachel, and was it Bila and what's the other one name? Yeah, 4 women, 1 man, 12 kids, several. You know, you feel me? Check this out. These people, I forgot what I was gonna say. It's gonna come back to me. I'm new to the YouTube thing. I'm not really into YouTube, but I'm trying to be true to it. Listen, when you have all of these things going on in the world, right? And you have all this stuff going on. Damn, what I was gonna say? Shit. Oh, backsliding. Look at this. Check this out. You're not gonna like this, but I'm telling you the truth. Tupac. Elevated. A lot of people my age and younger don't really know how big Tupac was. Tupac was a superstar. Tupac played in movies. He dated Madonna. Like, he was one of the biggest rappers, most controversial rappers. He was like Drake or something like that, bro. Like he was a big ass artist. He was not just no little bitty nigga. Tupac was a major celebrity. Tupac. The fuck you doing jumping a crip nigga over blood business? He ain't get killed by the Illuminati. He didn't get killed by the Freemasonry. He didn't get killed by the white man. He got killed gangbanging. What is Tupac, born in New York, raised in Baltimore, from Oakland, doing gangbanging? M.O.B. Piru, a set in Compton. See you backsliding. You're bigger than that. You're not in your destiny. You're moving away from purpose, so it was snatched from you. Nipsey Hussle. You buying up all these stores, property, you teaching health is wealth, Dr. Sebi. That's how I even know who Dr. Sebi even is. Thank you, Nipsey Hussle. Like, you doing all these things, you rapping, you putting people in position. God gave you a store. And you bring the devil's energy in front of that store, worried about who's a snitch and who's not, this, that, and the third, and calling niggas out that you know is crazy niggas. Backsliding. Whack 100. You in a great position right now to do a lot of great things. And you on Clubhouse gangbanging. You already went to prison for this stuff. You backsliding. A lot of rappers that have died and were murdered. They were backsliding. Here's the sad thing about it. When you backslide, bro, you ain't even got to go all the way back. Once you get back into that same frequency that you were at when you was broke, when you was going through shit, but now you have more, bro, it's going to crumble itself. It's going to destroy, and that means sometimes you're going to die in the process. I'm telling you. When you get up, you got to also give up a lot. Even in the Bible, one of those guys said something like, when I was young, I did young things. When I got older, I put those things behind me. Like, I'm familiar with the scriptures, but I just don't remember them by heart. I write raps, I don't even remember them by heart, so don't judge me. I don't remember anything by heart. But I be knowing what I'm talking about sometimes. Yo, you can't be out here backsliding. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a young thug or you actually a young thug. You can't be out here backsliding. You done came too far to be doing all this stupid stuff that you've been doing. As much as I'm a big Young Thug fan, I'm a fan of these guys and what they do. I respect what they've done for the community, more importantly. I can't not sit here as a real fan. Somebody who could have been their friend one day. My projected path, I could have easily been Young Thug's friend or one of these guys' friends. Tell them to their face, like, brother, you can't be backsliding like that. I don't want to see you die. I don't want to see your kids have to grow up by themselves. No mama, no daddy. I don't want to see that for you. I don't want to see you lose this whole empire you've built. Thug got an empire. These guys have empires. It's sad, man. It's heartbreaking. I'm not even gonna lie. It really is. And, and when I first seen the video go up, where they was actually going through the house, I was like, what's going on with Young Thug and them? What the hell they got going on? Why is all them police outside their house? Then they say, oh, Rico. I'm like, what? They say murder. I'm like, what? They're like, oh. Then they were in charge him with some more drugs that they found in the house. I'm like, come on, brothers, we have to do better. And we have to get to the root of it. We cannot do better while still trying to be a part of this identity that we've held on to for so long that has done nothing but destroy us, destroy our people, and leave our kids abandoned. It's for the cycle to continue. Young Thug is a part of a cycle. Not saying his dad, I'm not saying his family, I'm just saying he's a part of a cycle. He was following behind Lil Wayne, a nigga who ain't never did nothing to shit he talk about. I ain't scared to say it. I mean, shit, Lil Wayne ain't no gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cycle. That's what I'm saying. They put these people out there, they let them destroy you. Look, can I read y'all something? I said, I just want to read you guys this. That's all. I know some y'all say, oh, he's trying to promote his music. No, just listen, bro. I'm not even gonna read the whole thing. Should I read all of it to that part? All right, I'll read all of it to that part. When I get to that part, I want you guys to really hear. I tell you, I say a little white lie get you blackballed. The little white guy wants some black balls. I shame the devil. I don't bash y'all. I play my level till the last boss. When niggas crash out, that's the worst collision. Especially over bitches, that's the worst decision. If these women did their job, they could work with niggas. When a man don't have a job, he's a worthless nigga. From the sweat of your brows, you will eat your supper. What is black love if all we do is suffer? What insecurities do them tats cover? A single woman can't not make a man covet. I'm just drying off from the brainwashing. They show us crazy shit, we go insane watching. Why you keep showing me the kids dying and give us leaders who are misguided? Why? That's who they want you to follow up. They want you to look at this shit. Look at it this way. Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Cali. These places, with Atlanta being on top, are running the rap game. The rap game runs the culture. Culture determines what people purchase. Culture is very important. People like to think it's politics. No, culture can determine who you vote for. So culture is important. And whoever runs the culture damn near runs the world because they have the most influence. Look at the whole world. Everybody, even these commercials now, they put like swag and drip and all of our lingo, in their little commercials and shit. They were just promoting slime not too long ago. Y'all know it. Check this out, bruh. All those cities I just named have two sides of rap. And it's funny, I'm going to call you niggas out because you niggas like to always complain about, oh, this rap music is destructive. So how come y'all don't give no shine to the conscious artists who want to change the identity? Every day they're showing us some new street nigga. Same story. Same flow, crying, lying, exaggerating. Why Russ ain't on like that? But you think Chicago, everybody just run around killing each other? They got other rappers too. I've been to Chicago, nigga. Twice. You can pretty much say I lived in Chicago. I got locked up there and everything. Chicago is not what y'all think it is. Chicago's a beautiful city. All that shit you hear about is like just these two little areas. That's it. The rest of that shit is amazing. All they want to push out is the drill rappers that talk about who they're going to smoke this pack. Then when somebody gets smoked, everybody, hey, man, we got to stop the violence. We got to stop the violence. Stop promoting it. Why didn't you go grab the kid? I know there's another Chance the Rapper up there. I don't know what his name is because they don't tell us. New York, everybody drill now. You're not going to tell me that New York City don't have other types of artists who are just as talented. Their music is just as catchy, if not better. But all you want to promote is that. And shout out to the Rowdy Rebels. Shout out to the Nicky Blickies and all of them. I listen to that shit. But come on. I live in Atlanta. I tell you all the time we have the Edgewood Avenue scene and we have the Edgewood Atlanta scene. And it's like the Edgewood Atlanta scene, that's what I call it. No, they're not all from Edgewood, but I'm just saying it's a different type of crowd. If you're from Atlanta, you know what I mean. The more black hipster crowd, that's your fathers, your Rarys, your OG Macos, your I Love Macones. You have artists like myself that can't seem to catch a break. But then they'll run to throw on some guy talking about I just shot the block up. Cali has a lot of talented artists. But if you ain't a Blood or a Crip, you got to be a whole weirdo You can't just be a nigga, just, you know what I'm saying? Then you go, well, what about Kendrick? Kendrick had to fly a burgundy flag too for y'all to look at him. Am I lying? He had to fly a burgundy flag too. Y'all didn't look at him. What other city did I say? Chicago. I said Atlanta, New York, Cali. Them the main ones. Main ones. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Philadelphia. All these cities. But even all these cities, we could name all of them. They're not promoting nothing if it's not going to drain our self spiritually and keep you in the victimhood, the insecurity, the femininity you call masculinity. All that being ready to fight, all that scrappy, that shit is, believe it or not, that's feminine. Men are supposed to be composed and poised and calculated. It's women who are impulsive and jump off and ready to do something right there in the moment, in the spot. That's what women do. Believe it or not, that's what they gave you. They gave you a false sense of masculinity. You don't even recognize it. You think that makes you a man, but it makes you more feminine. And you don't believe me? Why have we become more feminine? Why is my shirt so tight? Honestly, seriously, because that's just the style now. You got to wear the clothes that fit you now. Now we all looking gay. Not even, excuse me, I'm going to say gay, because gay don't have to mean feminine. Now we all looking feminine. They even got the gay niggas confused. They got them confused too. They think that they have to act like girls for them to be gay. So they got everybody fucked up. And that's why I keep trying to, my new goal in life, more than anything beyond my family at least, is to teach us, and even myself, how to get off of this stupid train that we've been on for the longest time. And to really hone in on what we got going on and trying to figure out how we can break this cycle. Because it's time. We're going to get left behind. I'm starting to really realize why that number was so low. Even as a kid, I would read that part in the Bible and be like, 144,000. That sound like maybe 2-3 colleges. Like, that ain't really a lot of people. Kim Kardashian had like 25 million people that follow her on Instagram. 144,000. Yeah, a lot of people. I had a dream about it. I had a dream before I even knew what this stuff was. I had a dream. I'll never forget this dream, too. And I was locked up when I had it. And I was, in a dream, I was outside in like a dark place. It looked like kind of like a park or maybe like a school. And I didn't want to smoke this cigarette. But everybody was smoking a cigarette, cussing, drinking, hollering, whatever. So I said, let me just get one, bro. I started smoking a cigarette. I'm just standing there. And everybody had bags. That's what y'all don't realize. We all, right now, spiritually have bags that are packed up. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up in a second, but I'm going to talk about this really quick. We have bags that are packed up because it's about to go down whether you want to go down or not. You better get the packing or you're going to have to leave some things behind. And you will also get left behind as well. So, this little black girl in all white, I'll never forget it. She comes running out of this building, running downstairs, and she has this purple flag. And she's waving. She's like, I am the Lion of Judah. You guys have to come with me now. Come now or forever hold your peace. Like something like that. She was basically saying, come on, come now. And I was just like, let me sit back and watch what's happening. And I kept looking at my cigarette. See, that's that backsliding. That's that holding on to the world thing. I'm like, still like, well, let me finish this cigarette. I'm going to probably go with them and see what they're talking about. And I'm watching all these people, white people, black people, everybody. Just, some people just like, yeah, fuck that shit. But a lot of people just running to go be behind this girl. And they come down the hill and they went up into this white building. And I just remember smoking, and I'm just like, damn, should I go? What are they doing? What are they finna go in there and do? And by the time I did it, they had closed the door. And I remember I had walked up to the door. And I looked, and I could only see just a little bit. And everybody that went in there was now wearing white. And they had like stuff on their face. Looked like ash or something like that on their face. And I couldn't get in. They wouldn't let me in. And I've had so many dreams like that. Even when my first apocalyptic type dream I ever had, I kid you not, bro, I was maybe like 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. I'll never forget it. And there was, and once again, I didn't know anything about it at the time. And I remember there was this guy on a horse. I'll never forget, he was a guy on a black horse. And after he came, and it was some bad stuff that happened, then the world became like Oreos. And I know you're like Oreo. Yeah, it became like Oreos and milk and like cool stuff. But you gotta understand that was a translation for me as a child. Like I guess the new world is gonna be peaceful. Like I guess as a child, the only thing I could recognize as peaceful is cartoons and Oreos. So that's what God showed me in a dream. As I got older, yeah, the dreams became what they were supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And I saw a lot of things happen before they happened. I've had dreams about militarization. I've had dreams about uh, like it seemed like nuclear war or something like that. And I had one dream that was really weird. And it was everybody was in different colors, bro. It was like rainbow. That was a weird one. I could tell you about some weird dreams that I've had. I had one dream. I've had some dreams, man. I've had some dreams that were just like, wait, what? I hope this don't never happen. Like we have to understand that these things are real, and I feel like YSL is under a serious spiritual attack. I just wonder is it their fault or someone else's? But they're definitely under a serious spiritual attack. And as far as all of them, I have prayed for them. A lot of people say pray for. I'm gonna pray for them, but they don't actually. I have prayed for the YSL crew. Um, if they're meant to get this, they're gonna get it. I can pray all day. You can pray all day too. These guys might not be good people for all we know, but or they're just dealing with the consequences of their actions. However, it is still a sad story. So many families have been affected by this now at this point. Whatever's going on, because this is definitely something spirit. You're not gonna tell me, baby mama die, indictment, Lil Keed die, bloody album cover. Like, no, something's going on here. Something's definitely going on here. You know, and like I don't know, maybe y'all might know better than me. Has Lucci's crew gone through anything? Like Herbert's Palawan, like all these guys are in the same jail. Isn't that crazy? Right now as we speak, all these guys are in the same jail. Well, I heard Thug got moved to Cobb County, but all these guys are in the same jail, bro. Like, it's just getting wild. Like it's just really wild, man. But it's your boy Tommy V. Lil Gotti. If you do watch this all the way through and you've made it to the part where I'm about to address you directly, um, I hope you do understand why I had to say what I had to say and why I have to speak from it from an objective standpoint of why it looks the way it looks. Even if I'm completely false, which I would hope that I am, because I do respect you as a young black man, as a young artist, um, and I do want to see you win. I want to see you thrive. Unless you had something to do with the death of your brother, then I don't want anything good to happen to you. It won't be my place to wish bad on you. I just won't wish good on you. But if you didn't, which I would hope you didn't, which I'm not saying you did or didn't, but you have to understand the speculation. All right, so I hope you can respect that, as I will continue to respect you until I see otherwise. If anybody else is involved with EFA, I hope you understand my speculation as well, me being objective. Um, the whole city of Atlanta, we need to understand that we are the truth. We are the leaders of this shit, man. We have this culture in our hand, and if we have the culture in our hand, we have the people in our hand. If we have the people in our hand, then we have the freaking world in our back pocket. Always remember that. Don't ever forget that. The whole world looking at Atlanta. We're a black city. The mayor's black. The sheriffs are black. The DAs are black. The teachers are black. The superintendents are black. Everybody's black. Okay? We have HBCUs galore. All right? We run the West End. We have this stuff in lock. Uh, Everybody wants to be in Atlanta. Everybody named Mama want to come to Atlanta. So we have to be careful what we're getting ourselves involved in, who we're letting come to our city, bringing their different juju and energy and teachings and stuff that we were never involved with before. That's not what we were known for before. We need to get back to having fun. When I was a kid, Atlanta was fun. Going skating, going to the malls, going to Six Flags. Yeah, you had your drama, but Atlanta was fun. People lived to tell another day. Atlanta's. I'm gonna just say it. Ever since you New Orleans niggas, nobody wants to say it. Nobody wants to say it. Nobody. I'll say it. Ever since you New Orleans niggas came down here, something has been off ever since. I love New Orleans. I was in New Orleans about 2 years ago. It was a great city. I can't wait to go back. But I'm just keeping it real. Ever since them Katrina victims came over here, Atlanta has been shoot 'em up, bang bang, gang bang ever since. Now there was Bloods and there was Crips and GDs before New Orleans came here. But I'm just saying, things got don't see in life. You can't just look at nah, bro. It ain't no coincidence, bro. It ain't no. It's definitely not. It's not coincidence. It's correlation. Not coincidence. Correlation. That these things have happened. I really pray that as black people we can change our priorities, our moral compass, our identity, and realize that these things have been rooted in nothing but just destruction, insecurity, bitterness, resentment, hatred, self-hate. It's not who we really are as a people. And these things are now going to start to pour over into other communities and cultures because they're all watching us as well. So it's your boy Tommy B. Please, if you like this video, subscribe. Please share it. Please go and watch the video where I discuss the Mother I Sober. Yes, I did cry in that video because, and I'm going to address that really quickly because I couldn't help it. And I really have a huge passion in my heart for humanity. I really do. And I'm not afraid. I'm not ashamed to say that. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and go in peace. And let's all try to find some healing within our own personal lives, and that way we can start to be nicer people. So where you wouldn't even want to get somebody knocked off. Because at the end of the day, you know that's someone's son and you have a son. And because you know that's someone's father and you're a father. Or you want to be one. Or that's someone's husband and you're someone's husband or baby daddy or boyfriend. And it's at the end of the day, these people are the same people as you. And sometimes it can really be that simple, y'all. I don't have to get into a deep, Hebrew Israelite message. It can just be that. It can be that simple. It can be that simple. And I'm going to take this time right now to thank God for allowing me the opportunity to speak to you. I'm going to thank God for blessing me with the words that, and I know God forgive me for cursing, I'm working on that. But I would like to thank God. And you should thank God too if this message helped you. Not about me. It's never going to be about me. I may be here with my face, but it's not about me. I don't want that.